I'm not sure if the hearing aid industry wants me to be talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 179, and today I want to talk to you guys about marketing. But before I get into today's video, if you could do me a huge favor, click that like button. Really helps out my channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this idea of marketing inside of the hearing aid world. So, back when I was in grad school, I did a lot of researching about how much marketing would actually cost. Before I got into audiology, I had a massage therapy clinic, and it was extremely expensive to do any kind of marketing because for like a full 1 hour massage, I ended up charging like $65. Well, $65, it takes way more than $65 to market to get one more patient in the door. So essentially I could not do any kind of marketing because any marketing that I would do, I would actually be losing money. Now, back in that day, that was around 2006, 2007, YouTube did just come out right around that time. I guess I could have made informational content on YouTube for free and then had people see it and then ultimately come in to see me inside of my clinic for me to treat them. But I did not have the wherewithal to think about doing video content and putting it out there. It took a lot of years for me to figure out by watching other influencers online that I could potentially do that and have it have a positive impact on whatever practice I was running at the time. So I ended up getting out of massage therapy, as you know, going into grad school. And when I was in grad school, like I said, I did a lot of time researching how much the cost of marketing is. And it was lower back then because that was around 2012 or so when I first started getting interested in it. And it was around $400 to $500 per person. So what I mean is that if a clinic spends $500 on marketing, they can expect to get one person in the door from that $500 marketing piece that they do. Now, there are some clinics that will do, tens of thousands of dollars in marketing, but it's just simple math, right? You end up dividing whatever that number is that you spend on marketing roughly by $500, and that tells you how many patients you should actually be getting inside of your clinic for that marketing if that marketing is done well. Now, as time has gone on, people become desensitized towards marketing, particularly for hearing aids. If you're over the age of 65 and you live in a community that is like a over 55 age community, you are probably bombarded by hearing aid marketing in your area from either local clinics or companies that are trying to sell direct to you through the mail or whatever the case may be. And over time, you just kind of get desensitized towards it. And you're like, oh, I see a million of these things. And you just take them all and you throw them away. So over time, marketing becomes less and less effective. And I can just remember when I first opened up my clinic, I spent probably $15,000 to $20,000 within the first, 2 months. It was a large part of my budget because I wasn't paying myself anything. My rent was really cheap. Everything was relatively cheap at the time, except for my, the startup expenses. And I ended up getting very few, little to no patients basically off of any paid marketing. So at that point, I just started going around to different retirement communities. I started making informational content, but my YouTube channel did not explode right away. It was something that it took 6 to 9 months before I had, consistently 1 or 2 people a month coming into my clinic. Because again, my intent of the YouTube channel was not necessarily to get a bunch of people into my clinic. It was to educate consumers about, informed hearing healthcare decisions. And, I ended up having a very slow grow at the beginning because it was just me. It was me in one little tiny office. And my only criteria was I just wanted to provide a high level of care, comprehensive best practices. I wanted to provide person-centered care, and I was able to do that. And I was ultimately able to keep my marketing budget extremely low because all of my marketing was me just doing outreach where I would physically go and do this marketing. Well, as time has gone on, the cost to obtain a new patient inside of a clinic nowadays is running upwards of $1,000 depending on what type of marketing you're doing. So you'll see some companies, they run full page ads looking for 10 people to try out a new hearing aid technology, what have you. And all of these little marketing gimmicky tricks, but they're spending thousands of dollars on those full page ads for it to run one time, and they're hoping that they get a couple of people calling the clinic to schedule an appointment to come in and get those hearing aids. So when you start thinking about the cost of hearing aids, start thinking also about the amount of money that it takes just to get someone to come into the clinic. It's not like selling frozen custard. Like, people don't want to purchase hearing aids. People do want to hear, but it's not like people are like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm just craving some ice cream right now. Let's go to our favorite ice cream place. Or, hey, I heard that a new ice cream place opened up down the road. Let's go ahead and try it out because we love ice cream. That is not how it works inside of the hearing care space. You know, as time goes on, as there's more competition for ears, you're going to start seeing more and more marketing. And the more marketing that you see, the more expensive it is for those particular clinics to actually get you to come in to see them. Now, there's a lot of little tricks that they do. They will offer you free this, free that, no risk this, no risk that. They will do, like, we're doing a research study to get you to come into the clinic. And all of that stuff is just a way to try to encourage you to take that next step to treat your hearing loss. Now, I don't know, there are some forms of marketing that I find to be a little bit, not very tasteful. But at the end of the day, I think that a lot of these particular clinics, like, they just know, like, you should be treating your hearing loss. Like, we know this. Treating your hearing loss is a benefit to you and your family and your friends and everyone who associates with you. It benefits. But primarily it benefits you, right? And so it's hard to begrudge clinics from doing little gimmicky things from a marketing standpoint to get you to come into their clinic. That's why I've been so comfortable making video content over the course of the past 6 to 7 years now, is because I can just make information, put it out there, you become educated. Certain individuals of you watching these videos are like, you know what? I just feel like they know what they're talking about. And you know what? I feel like they're trustworthy. So I'm going to call them and schedule an appointment, even though I never ask anyone to schedule an appointment with me at all. But that brings me up to the thing that I really wanted to talk today, which is we are going to start doing some actual marketing. Like, I'm not talking about just making informational content and putting it out there. I'm talking about actually recording ads inside of my clinic. I've gotten fairly good at, creating video content. So I'm actually getting my other audiologists involved in creating some marketing pieces that we can put out on Facebook and YouTube and just run it locally. The main goal, though, is not to be like, oh, here's something, a free offer, come in, or we're not going to try anything gimmicky. We're just going to be like, listen, here's what makes us different. Here's something that we can do for you. If you have earwax, give us a call. Here's how we can take care of that for you. If you have hearing loss, we can take care of that for you. If you have, anything ear related, give us a call. Let's get you scheduled for a hearing test and figure out what it is, and then get you directed in the proper, or get you steered in the proper direction. And I think it's really more for the branding aspect. The one thing that, is tough about being in such a large market like we are in the Phoenix area, and the greater Phoenix area at that, with over 6 million people, is that when you're just like a small clinic in the north part of Phoenix, nobody knows about you. Maybe if they watch some YouTube videos and like, oh, who's this person? Oh, he has a clinic. Where's that clinic at? Oh, it's in Phoenix. And they end up scheduling an appointment. That's great. And that's like the lowest cost marketing that I can possibly think of. The only thing that it costs is a significant amount of my time, which I'm okay spending time. I don't really like spending a whole lot of money, if I'm being honest. So what I'm going to be doing is recording these videos with my staff. We're going to be putting them out there. We're going to try to spread the brand of Applied Hearing Solutions, and not just me, right? Like, it's not about me. It's about the process and the system that we have in place in our clinic to help our patients achieve higher level outcomes. And so if we create marketing, and the intent of that marketing is to help people understand what we're about, if they ultimately decide to come to us, great. We're going to try to deliver the best that we can on that promise. And if they choose not to come to us, that's totally fine, right? But I'm not going to, make it into marketing that is extremely salesy, because that just makes my skin crawl. I do not like being sold to. So that is not the type of marketing that I want to put out. The other thing that I'm going to be doing from a marketing standpoint is working with a PR company. So what does that stand for? PR. I have no idea what PR stands for. Oh, public relations. All right, PR, public relations. I think that with the place that I am in my career right now, I feel like the message that I have is a very impactful one for a lot of people with hearing loss. Now, I've been doing my best to try to get the word out myself, but a lot of it is that people have to be searching for it and stumble across some of my content for them to become aware of what my message is, which I talk all the time about comprehensive best practice care, find the best hearing care professional you can possibly find, and make sure that they follow best practices and do it in a person-centered care approach. If you can do those things, you will have an excellent outcome with hearing treatment. The problem is that people have to actually be searching for that. And if they're not searching for that, they're not going to find it. So I was thinking that potentially enlisting the help of a PR company to work with me to try to get in contact with different media outlets. And every time that those media outlets are looking for an expert in a certain area, and in this particular case, hearing healthcare, they would potentially reach out directly to me, do a news article or a story, an article, or whatever, and have them seek out my opinion of what I think about stuff. Now, I've done this before. I've had Wall Street Journal reach out to me. I've done stuff with Hearing Tracker with my buddy Abram Bailey. I've had other, industry publications reach out to do interviews with me, and I'm happy to do them. And it seems like every single time that I do them, I get more followers on the YouTube channel, and I get more patients who actually come into the clinic because they're like, hey, I saw your article or the article that you were in Wall Street Journal, and they view that inherently as making me more trustworthy because I'm viewed as a key opinion leader at that point. And so I found that to be very interesting. So I'm actually going to try to amplify that a little bit more. Funny story, back when I was a massage therapist and I just started my clinic, I think it was in 2006, like mid to late 2006. I sent out a press release to the local newspaper, and they got it. And because I was a veteran, right, so a Marine Corps veteran doing massage therapy, I had sent out this press release talking about Marine Corps veterans opens up a new local clinic in Joplin, Missouri, and they ended up, this was right around November, so it was right around Veterans Day, and so they reached out to me and said, hey, we would like to do a cover story on you. So they literally came out and they did an entire full page cover story. I remember the title. The title was Massage is the Message. And I just remember my whole thing back then was medical massage therapy, right? So people who have, different ailments, from sports injuries or just injuries in general, that massage therapy can help a lot with recovery from those particular injuries. And so I wanted to get that information out there because that is something that not a lot of people were aware of at the time and probably still are not that aware of. But it was really cool because I did this one particular interview that did a whole cover story, and I ended up getting patients coming in from the local area saying, hey, I saw this article on you. I had this injury of my shoulder from 5 years ago, still not better. They would come in and they would get treatment. So that's been, geez, how many years ago is that? 2006, what is it right now? 2023? I don't know why I haven't been continuing on with the PR, but I think that public relations is something that would be extremely beneficial, not just for my clinic, but again, for the entire profession of audiology and for the benefit of individuals who have hearing loss, who I think would benefit from me sharing my perspective on hearing treatment. So we'll see what ends up happening. I know that I'll end up spending, probably a decent amount of money putting out these different ads in the local area and then paying a PR company to help facilitate scheduling different interviews with different publications across the country and hopefully also in the local area. And we'll see where it goes. I will probably end up reposting a lot of any articles that are written or anything like that on the YouTube channel, so make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on if you want to see those. And of course, I'll put them up on Facebook and Instagram and all those other great places as well. But that is all that I wanted to talk about today, guys. Hopefully I can get away with doing some marketing without spending a ton of money on it, so I don't have to increase prices inside of the clinic. But I guess at the end of the day, we will see. That being said, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for today's vlog, and I will see you next week.